Welcome to this webinar on web development and search. This is one of four video webinars that we have on the digital landscape. So let's talk for a minute about web development and search engines. The website is the hub of all of your marketing, your digital, your communication strategies, and it's so important that your website has really strong visual appeal, that it's pleasant to look at, that it's inviting, that people are happy to see the images and the topography and the colors that are associated with your site. It's important that your site is responsive, and we'll talk more about that, meaning that it works properly on all of the different devices now that people can view a website and interact with a website. And it also is important that your website has intuitive design, that people are easily able to find the links and the information that they are looking for. So let's take a minute and talk about visual appeal. And this is an example from one of our clients. Having an inviting, captivating image, photo, video right at the start, right on your home page is so important. Statistics show that the average web user stays on a web page for 7 seconds or less. And so you have that short period of time to capture their attention. And so colors and branding and whatever messaging that you want people to see in 7 seconds or less is really important, that it's displayed well and prominently right on your home page. Responsiveness has become more and more important as the statistics show that half, if not more than half, of people are now viewing web pages on a mobile device, meaning a smartphone or a tablet like an iPhone or an iPad or some of the Android models of that, and as well as laptops and desktops. So it's important that your website can be designed in a way that's responsive, and that it knows what device the site is showing and can appear properly that way. And if you look at the example you see here, this is the same website that Acara designed, and it flows perfectly into the size of the device. And not only is this important so that your user, who, as we said, has less than 7 seconds to decide if they're staying on your site, that they're happy, that they can find the information they want, and that it's visually appealing. But it's also important with Google and their search engines, as they are now devaluing websites that no longer are responsive. So you certainly want to make sure your site fits those specifications. And then lastly, an intuitive navigation. We all know how frustrating and aggravating it is when we end up on a website and we have a specific need for information and we can't find it, and we can't find it quickly. And I think that 7 seconds of that people spend on a website, a lot of it has to do with our attention span these days. And we know that if we don't find what we need right away, we are moving on to something else. So it's important that a lot of thought and time and strategies put into how things are grouped, how things are organized, so that people can find the most important information right up front and quickly. Let's talk about search for a second. And it really is finding the needle in the haystack. We know that when you search for something on Google, very, very few people will go beyond the search results of the first page. And so we're going to talk a little bit about search engine optimization, and we'll talk a little bit about pay-per-click. But it is so important that your site reaches the people who are your potential clients or customers when they search. So as far as SEO or search engine optimization, it is crucial that when people are looking for your services, whether they even know who you are or not, that you come up in the top of that search results, because, as we said, people are not going beyond the first page. You know that when you search for most things, there are hundreds of thousands of results that Google pulls up in a second. And even if you're in the top 100, which sounds pretty good out of 100,000, people are not getting 4, 5, 6, 10 pages into a Google search. We always look through the first couple on the Google search engine, and that's where we stop. And so it's important that that you appear at the top of that page through organic search, through search engine optimization. And there are all sorts of strategies that can be employed so that you are found by the keywords that people are looking for. The other option is pay-per-click and online advertising. And with this, if you look at the example that's shown here, you can see that Google now separates those paid ads, and they're you can see at the top with the little yellow block that signifies an ad. But it is also important, and there's a whole bidding strategy involved in this, but it's important that when you're paying for paid advertising that you do appear at the top, and then also that hopefully your search engine results are appearing at the top also, so people will see you in both places. We at Acara here, we are a Google partner, and so we are involved with Google and on the phone with them and in contact with them constantly to talk about how to best strategize for our clients so that they appear at the top of those searches. So I appreciate you listening to this short presentation on websites and search, and I hope you'll check out the other videos related to digital communication.